From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Sulaiman Alede.
Hello and welcome tonight. Justice Adeni Ademola of the Federal High Court Abuja lambasted 37 DKP APC lawmakers, asked them to vacate their seats. APC says it will appeal ruling. Some northern elders warn presidency against extending the state of emergency again in the northeast. National Conference delegates make progress, adopt 70% voting pattern for decision-making at Confab. And the United Nations warns about severe impact on the world. It says there is higher risk of flooding this year.
And on business news tonight, new figures from the CBN shows a decrease in Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves.
On sports news tonight, Manchester United talked tough ahead of their quarter-final clash with champions Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League.
I'm Linda Kibe, and from Abuja, Lagos High Court denies alleged 419 kingpin Fred Adedwe bail due to his antecedent of jumping bail.
We begin tonight with what seems to be a twist in the ongoing drama in the House of Representatives. A federal high court order in Abuja has asked the 37 lawmakers who defected from the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC, to resign. The court also today granted a perpetual injunction restraining the defecting lawmakers from effecting any leadership change in the lower house. Justice Adeni Ademola told the lawmakers that they are no longer competent to vote or contribute to any proceedings in the House of Representatives. In other words, the lawmakers, according to the judgment of Justice Ademola, no longer have any business, morally or legally, to remain in the House. Justice Ademola lambasted the lawmakers and advised them to resign honorably as House members.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a very sound and analytical judgment. And I think once we thank God that this judgment will further consolidate the political stability of this country, particularly in the legislative houses. That look, if you want to go away, don't try to go away and you still maintain that seat. That is our problem in this country. Somebody wants to get the two sides of the cake. It's not possible.
Meantime, the All Progressives Congress, APC, says it will appeal the judgment of the Federal High Court, asking its members to resign. The defense lawyer, Mahmoud Magaji, insisted that the Justice Adeni Ademola ruling is unsatisfactory to his clients and that as soon as arrangements are concluded, the case will be taken up.
First instance, constitutionally, and you recall the action was brought pursuant to Section 68(1)(g), and that some members of House of Representatives cannot participate in the internal proceeding of the House having carpet crossed to APC. It is, and it was, and it is still our own submission that no, that is not the position of the law. In essence, my clients have before now given me a clear mandate to challenge the outcome of whatever decision of this Honorable Court is. And that we have made clear to the Honorable Court.
The Nigerian Army has commenced a major operation to end the activities of armed men and criminal gangs who have been engaging in wanton killing and destruction of lives and property in 3 states of the northeastern part of Nigeria. The Director of Defense Information, Major General Chris Olukolade, says that the troops have already been deployed for a major offensive which is covering Benue, Nasarawa and Plateau states. He adds that the Nigerian Air Force, police and other security agencies are also participating in the operation designed to restore peace in the affected states. In the meantime, a group known as Borno Yobe People's Forum has called on the president not to extend the state of emergency declared in 3 states in the northeastern part of the country. A member of the group, former Minister of Finance Adamu Chirome, told a news conference in Abuja that the declaration of the state of emergency in the northeast has failed to improve the security situation. The group is also asking the federal government to unmask the sponsors of the Boko Haram sect.
It is the spate of these gruesome killings and destruction of lives and property in the northeastern part of the country that brought these elders from Borno and Yobe states. To set the ball rolling, the former governor of the central bank, Malam Adamu Chirome, appealed for new strategies that will address issues of insecurity in Yobe, Borno and Adamawa states. Other members of the group also opposed an extension of the state of emergency in the affected states, which is expected to end on April 19th.
If one part of this country is not secure, no part is secure. If there is insecurity affecting one part of this country, all parts of the country are insecure.
The current state of emergency, which expired on the 19th of April this year, 2014, should not be extended because it did not serve the purpose for which it was invoked. This will enable the state governments to use their meager resources for the reconstruction of the states, as well as the rehabilitation and reintegration of our people.
Former Chief of Defense Staff Air Marshal Dagash said over 1 million people, including women and children, died in Borno and Adamawa, and another 771,000 killed in Yobe State.
Official statistics released by the National Emergency Management Agency reveal that over 3 million people have been displaced by the insurgency and terrorist attacks in the affected states of Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa in the first 3 months of 2014 alone.
As many Nigerians await what the days ahead holds for people in the northeast region, some of the questions these indigents of the northeast are asking include: who authorized the withdrawal of security personnel from the federal government college, Buniyadi? Why were security reports from communities on impending attacks not attended to? And how were the insurgents able to attack the Maiduguri Air Force Base in spite of the emergency rule? These are questions begging answers.
Now, the federal government says it is coming up with a type of architecture that will deal with insurgency in any part of the country. President Goodluck Jonathan was speaking while reacting to requests by the delegates of the People's Democratic Party from the North Central Zone, who paid him a solidarity visit today. The delegation from Nasarawa, Benue, Kogi, Niger, Plateau, Kwara and the Federal Capital Territory were led by former chairman of the party, Ahmadu Ali. State House correspondent Chukuma Onekusi reports.
Members of the People's Democratic Party in North Central on what they described as a unique solidarity visit to the president. They described their zone as very important in the country's polity, a zone that cannot be ignored by any serious-minded politician. They came with commendation and unflinching support for the president.
Our people are glad that your administration, in collaboration with the state governments, has completed the Greater Makurdi water supply scheme that is currently supplying 50 million liters of water per day to our over 1 million people in Makurdi.
they did not just come with commendation, but they also called the president's attention to some problems bedeviling the zone, from infrastructure development to insecurity in the land, and they seek for trust from the president.
If the North Centre is disorganized, Mr. President, you are disorganized, because that is where you have your stability. And so whatever that it will take, Mr. President, to address the security challenges that we have in the North Central should be done.
You can trust us. We're never going to betray you. Whatever we tell you is our bond, and we will stand by it, come rain or sunshine.
The president responded to the requests one after the other, beginning with insecurity.
We are working very hard with the NSA's office to make sure that security challenges we have across the country, whether from the Borno State or the kidnapping in Edo, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Abia, and so on, we are coming up with a different architecture that will deal with this kind of insurgents. And I believe that as we progress into this year, we'll begin to bring the situation down.
As if to sum it all up, the PDP chairman calls for caution for anyone who wants to decamp from the People's Democratic Party.
The only zone that I would truly say is truly PDP. We've been PDP, PDP, PDP. Till today, I am sure you all know, even those that defected, despite my plea with you, there is no shame in you coming back home. You are most welcome to come back home. I am the chairman of your party. I ask you to come back home. There is no shame.
The North Central Zone was said to have given the PDP an unflinching support that is second only to the Southeast in the 2011 presidential elections. Perhaps by this solidarity visit, they are poised to repeat that when the coast clears for the 2015 presidential elections. Chukwuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.
In part two, after the break, delegates to National Conference resume deliberations, adopts the 70% per turn. Stay with us.